Montreal barely slipped through. They did this again, I believe, within the next couple of years. They just sneaked in. Montreal Canadiens, a long time ago, they made it to the playoffs by just the skin on their teeth. They had a overtime loss, and that 1 point was sufficient enough to go to the postseason, and then they end up making that 8th seed, but they go on to the Eastern Conference Finals. When the Los Angeles Kings won the Stanley Cup in 2012, they were the 8th seed, and the final consisted of them, the 8th seed on the West, and then the 6th seed, New Jersey, on the East. Both teams got hot at the end of the season. Yes, that affected their play, their mentality, but the point is that as soon as the postseason starts, every team starts from zero. The 2019 Columbus Blue Jackets started from zero. The 2019 Tampa Bay Lightning started from zero, and we all know what happened that year. And that is exactly why teams and fans that have been through this, that have seen this pattern happen, this consistency throughout the years, they've seen their team perform 2 different ways. Perhaps we're seeing that with the Oilers right now, but I think that it all pertains to a consistent performance, minimal as it may be. If you're making the postseason, every team starts at zero. Every team has a shot at winning the cup. And that is what is most important for the Oilers to realize right now. Every single team that makes the postseason, it's so hard to know. Just like the Stanley Cup final last year. I mean, the Montreal Canadiens, that was just a single matchup. So it's easy to say that the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Montreal Canadiens were not even in that Stanley Cup final. They were even because of the outcomes of the games that they had to play. Because they all had 12 wins, maybe different losses, but it doesn't matter. You all had to go through the right process to get to the Stanley Cup final. But the skill is what ultimately the Tampa Bay Lightning have. And if the Lightning do not enter the postseason top of the league, President's Trophy, yada, 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 I don't care. I don't give a damn about the regular season. Kucherov and Point could sit out the rest of the season, and the Lightning will still make the playoffs in the hardest division in hockey. And that's what it's going to come down to. Because whoever they play this year, the skill matches up. But if I'm looking at one team, if I'm just looking at how well the Lightning could perform this year, I'm not focusing on the outcomes of the other series. There's 7 more series in there. Tampa was probably going to play either Boston or Florida, somebody like that in the first round. I don't know. And then there's 3 more series in the East, 4 more in the West. Everybody's equal. Everybody's starting from zero. Game 1, boom, here we go. But the Tampa Bay Lightning, I'm telling you right now, I just didn't understand how Montreal made it to the playoffs and, let alone how they performed, because they were not one of the top seeds. They were certainly an underdog, but my goodness, did they take care of business and do an excellent job last year in the playoffs. And if they had more skill on their team, they probably would have beat the Lightning, but they just didn't have any skill, because the Lightning have probably 4 Hall of Famers on their team, and Montreal has 2 Hall of Famers who don't even play for them at the present time, in Carey Price and Shea Weber.